What's good, everybody? What is good? What is good? It is Big Game James. I am here and on the ones and twos today. Going to talk real quick about this Dak Prescott thing. It just came out, so you know we're going to talk about. We ain't going to talk about nothing else but Dak Prescott. And I ain't going to be long because I got to pick up Booth thing and I got basketball practice today. But I got something to say about this. What's up, everybody? If you jumped in or if you're going to jump in the feed, if I don't see your name, I'll definitely listen to you and check you out on there. But let's get down to business. We just heard today, and Dak's been basically doing his rounds. He's up in Miami. He's been on the all kind of shows, been on, seemed like every show imaginable, and everybody's asking him the same thing. What's up with that contract? What's up with that contract? What's up with that contract? Well, listening to Dak, and he's just basically saying, he's going to be non-committal. I'm going to be non-committal to, all-season workouts, OTAs, everything, because I'm not in contract. So he don't have to go. He don't have to go to none of that stuff. He doesn't have to go to OTAs or any of that. And why would you? If you're in contract, why would you work out with the team? So you can tear up a pectoral muscle and take more of your value down to how much money you're going to make? No, you're not going to do that. You're going to stay away, and that's what he should do until he gets paid. And like Stephen Jones been saying, signing Dak Prescott is their number one priority. Okay, cool. So if Dak Prescott is your number one priority, let's get this thing done. Now, I've been hearing in the media, listen to the media guys, some guys that have the ears right near the Cowboys, they know everything. So you'll want to listen to what they have to say. And I believe that if it's not a deal's not signed by March 10th, he can get the tag, and then that gives them more time to work out a deal. Okay, well, we've been doing this for over how long now? About this deal, about trying to figure this out, and I'm not understanding why he's not getting signed. I mean, I'm going to show you a few things, and this happened last year when we thought he possibly could get signed right before camp. Nothing happened. He bet on himself threw for almost 5,000 yards, 4,900 yards to be exact. I think like 4,908, career high in yards. You want to see if he could pass the ball. You want to see if he can throw in the offense. You want to see if he could have more offense explosion. He showed that. Yes, he had some great numbers against some butt teams. We get it. I get it. They played tough teams. We lost. Was it all Dak's fault? No. I mean, he kept us in that Green Bay game. Did he have 3 interceptions? Yeah, but he brought us back. He kept us in that Minnesota game, brought us back. That New England game, he brought us back even though he didn't play the greatest, but neither did Brady. There was multiple games where it wasn't just him that didn't play the greatest. It was the team that didn't play the greatest as well. And I don't make no excuses for no Dak Prescott, okay? I ain't making no excuses for the man. But after 4 years of basically making no kind of money, I mean, wouldn't you do the same thing? I should be able to get paid. If I look at my numbers across the board against everybody else's, why shouldn't I get paid some top dollar money? So in April, what's up, everybody? Danny Woods, Albert Smith, Ben Barr, Marvin Hargrove Sr., what's up with your big dog? Keep on jumping in here if you want. So I was just looking on here right quick. Get to it right here. This was in April, okay? This was in April. It's going to pull up here in a second. Wait for y'all if y'all want to keep on jumping up here. This was in April. What Stephen Jones said? Dak's deal must be team friendly. That's what Stephen Jones said. And let me scroll down some more about what he talked about. Let's see. Stephen Jones said the deal must be team friendly at the same time, and I know Dak wants this. You want to support in cash, Jones said via the Dallas Morning News. That's the way to go as being one of the great quarterbacks who ever play in the game, win championship. There's a lot of good players who have won a lot of games and had a lot of good stats. But if you don't have championships, certainly there's an empty feeling there. I know Dak, his number one goal is here to win Super Bowl championships. He's a winner. He's a leader. Oh, that's a great ploy right there by Stephen Jones to try to finesse it and massage it like, oh, you want to win the champions, don't you? Great players want to have championships. They got to have great players around them. Hey, ho, Marvin Hargrove with the $10 holla. Donation. My dog, I love you. Marvin Hargrove, you a beast. And let me tell you something about you. I do not like truck drivers at all. I just had some beef with a couple of them. The only truck driver I like is my cousin because he's a truck driver, and I like you. You are the two only truck drivers I like. All the rest of y'all, y'all go to hell. But you two, I'm going to give you love. I appreciate you, Marvin Hargrove. But you hear what he says right here? You see how he finessed it? Oh, all great players, they win championships. They got to have things around them. We got to have players around them. So, you got to take a team-friendly deal so we can have players around them. Man, come on. Okay? I get want to keep good players around you, but we looked at that cap, and I posted those cap numbers the other day. With the rollover, they're top 5. They're top 5 in cap money this year. So I don't want to hear that if they sign Dak Prescott to a big deal, they can't afford nobody else. That's a lie. That's a straight up lie. So I don't want to hear from all these people and these fans talking about, oh, if he signs this, we can't sign nobody else. No, that's not true. I don't want to hear any more of that crap, man. Yes, you can sign other people, and it's been shown that you can sign other people. You know what I mean? It's so funny. What's up, Gambino? How you doing? It's just funny how people try to spin it like, oh, they can't sign nobody if they sign Dak Prescott all this money. Oh, he's inconsistent, this and this. Okay. And then I want to see this. I'm going to keep on reading. It says, this is in April. Like I said, this is in April. I just feel good that the way we'll find our way to a place that the contract enables us to sign him with a great supporting cast, which a lot of that's in place. If you look at the offensive line, which is the most paid offensive line in the league, the most paid offensive line in the league, and then look at our receiving core, you got to see what you're going to do with Amari, and then he says, look at Zeke, and what does Zeke do? Zeke said, I got 2 years on my deal. I still got an option year. I don't care. I'm holding out. I want my money. I did these years. I've been the top of the game. My numbers show it. I wanted to get paid. And you know what he said? I'm sitting out. I ain't doing nothing. And he was still under contract. And he forced their hand. DeMarcus Lawrence said, you know what? I did this on the franchise. I did what y'all wanted me to do. Next year I'm sitting out. I ain't getting no surgery done until y'all pay me. Okay? They went back and forth, and the Cowboys knew they were going to pay Zeke. Obviously, they knew they were going to pay DeMarcus Lawrence, but they played the little pity-pat game with DeMarcus Lawrence. But guess what? You end up still signing this man to this money that, oh, well, he ain't Khalil Mack and he ain't this, but you still assign him to that top dollar money. But you made sure you gave yourself some outs. Okay, that contract was more of like the 4-year type deal, so you can kind of move on after a couple 4 years. So don't be trying to put Dak Prescott in no 6-7 year deal. Put him at a 4-year deal. Let's make these numbers work. So I don't want to kind of hear that. And then right here, let's switch it right here. This is Tony Romo right here. Okay, I'm going to Tony Romo right quick. Okay, because now, see, Tony Romo, they didn't come to Tony Romo and say, hey, Tony, we need you to take a team-friendly deal, okay? We need you to take a team-friendly deal, all right? And so we can surround yourself with great players, okay? So you can win championships. We need you to take a team-friendly deal. They didn't say it to Romo. Romo had won nothing, okay? Romo played, and I posted this, Romo played 17 games, a half a season, and pretty much he came in after Drew Bledsoe was playing trash, and then he came in and boom, 17 games. You signed a 6-year, $67 million deal with $30 million guaranteed. At that time, that was some pretty good money for somebody who only played 17 games. And you paid him pretty good. And you paid him based on potential. Now, you got Dak Prescott, who played 64 games, been the good soldier, hasn't said a word, got hurt, didn't say anything, he's done everything you want to do, hasn't missed a game. He's done everything you wanted to do as your quarterback. And he was in the 4th round. And let's remember, when Romo got hurt, you was going with Kellen Moore. Y'all weren't even trying to play this man for a couple years. That was not your plan to even play this man for a couple years. And you had 2 quarterbacks go down. It was almost like it was meant to happen. Dak comes in, Rookie of the Year. He's been to 2 Pro Bowls. Playoffs 3 or 4 years. Winning record. What more can this man do? And you want to tell him back in the day, back in April, take a team-friendly deal? Let me ask you something. If you, and I keep on bringing this up, if you have worked hard at a job for 4 years and your numbers are just as good, if not better, to your peers, you're going to say, and that boss comes to you and say, hey, man, we know you want to get, we want to give you a raise. You've done great, but we want to keep our other people in place. So can you, instead of you making $20 an hour, can you take $15 an hour, even though your numbers are matching the guy next to you or not better? Even though I'm better than you, I'm going to take less money for everybody else? No, I ain't doing that. And it ain't about being selfish. It's about what I worked for. It's about what I busted my butt for. It's what I put in the work for. I've done everything you wanted me to do, boss. You told me to do this. I did it. You want me to do this. I did it. You told me to do this. I did it. Now you want me to take less money and take a team-friendly deal? Hell to the no. I'm not doing that. And it ain't about I don't love my teammates or being in this environment. I want to get paid for what I'm worth, and what I worked for and what I've done and what I've accomplished should match what I've done. So if that's the case, and I know a lot of y'all wouldn't do that either, why should Dak Prescott? I don't get it. What up, John House? How you doing, big dog? Are you understand what I'm saying? And that was the first deal. The second deal was in 2013, $108 million. At that time, $55 million guaranteed. That didn't look team friendly. That didn't look team friendly when Romo got that deal. That looked like a big old rich fat contract. And that was in 2013. So let's see. Romo didn't really play until 2006. Did his thing, but he was with the team in 2003. So you're talking about 2013. That deal kicked in 2014. Obviously, we had that great 2014 year. But up until that time, he had exactly 1 playoff win. Tony Romo, during that period of time when he got those 2 big contracts, he had 1 playoff win. Same amount as Dak. In 9 years, 1 playoff win. Dak in 4 years has the same amount as Romo had. And he had 2 big contracts. So Dak should be able to get his money too. Don't want to hear, oh, if we pay him $35 million, we're going to cripple everybody. No, it's not going to happen. They have the money. And also I hear, well, like I said before, that franchise tag, that franchise deal, they franchise them just so they can, talk some more. What do you need to talk about? What do y'all need to talk about when Stephen Jones said you are a priority? I don't understand what we need to talk about when you are said to be the priority, the number 1 priority, what you got to get done as far as the deal. Okay, I don't get that. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, especially when you got all these other guys out here getting paid. Okay, if I'm Dak Prescott and I'm looking at these other guys getting paid, I'm going to sit there and say, nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do it because I want to keep everybody in place. No, I want to get my money just like anybody else. Kirk Cousins got his money, and I was looking at him. He made out like a bandit. Kirk Cousins made out like a bandit. And what's Kirk Cousins done? Okay, yeah, he got franchise tagged twice, and he made buku money on the 2 franchise deal. But they had already said in Washington, we don't think you the franchise. That GM was saying, we don't think Kirk Cousins is the franchise, so we're just going to tag you these couple-year deals, and then we're going to move on and get another quarterback, okay? He went to the Minnesota Vikings, 3-year deal, and I'm going to show you right here. That boy made out like a bandit. Look at what Kirk Cousins did. He made out like a bandit. 3-year, $84 million fully guaranteed. Kirk Cousins. Look at his numbers. What he's getting paid. Jimmy Garoppolo. He's still averaging around, 27 mil? Yes, they're in the Super Bowl, but can we sit there and say Jimmy Garoppolo took the San Francisco 49ers to the Super Bowl? We can say he was a help, but we know that's some nasty defense over there, and they got some players over there. So it wasn't just Jimmy Garoppolo putting the San Francisco 49ers on his back and taking them to the Super Bowl this year. Just like when Carson Wentz, Philadelphia Eagles went to the Super Bowl. He got him to the playoffs, but he got hurt, but that was Nick Foles. And then even last year with Jared Goff, are we really going to sit there and say Jared Goff took the Rams to the Super Bowl, and we didn't look at Aaron Donald, Ndamukong Suh, and all Talib, Marcus Peters? We didn't see all that. We didn't see Todd Gurley going off, and we didn't see that. We didn't see the other players. Now, was Goff addition to it? Yes, but are we going to sit there and say Jared Goff is better than Dak Prescott? I mean, come on, dog. Is Dak Prescott not better than Jared Goff or as good? Come on, man. Y'all got to talk to me on this one. So let me just see a few more things here. Cap tracker. I'm going to go to something right quick. I'm going to switch back to me. Hey, ho, another $10 holla from my guy Muggs Maxwell. How you doing, big dog? I haven't talked to you in a while. Let me give you a little shout out. Speaking on Big Boss, Big Game James holding it down for Cowboys Nation. Deal will get done, slice and dice however you want. I think Dak gets $150 million guaranteed. I don't know how much he gets guaranteed, but I want to see it happen. You get what I'm saying? There shouldn't be – it's by March, you franchise him. I'm not signing that franchise tag neither. For what? Why would I sign it? There's no reason for me to sign it. Pay me my money. You get what I'm saying? Pay me what I earned. And if he's talking about – they're saying that – the money, it's not the money, it's possibly the years or the guarantees. Why can't y'all figure that out, Dallas? Okay? Why can't y'all figure it out? And I feel like he is going to have more of a leverage because, as it's been said, Mike McCarthy, new coach, new staff. He wants to run more of a West Coast type offense, more West Coast principles. So if you're doing that, who's going to be running the offense? It's going to be Dak Prescott. You want him there in the OTAs. You want him there early. You want him in the quarterback room. You want him. So he's got to learn this and get this together. So this is a whole new staff. So y'all, he may Kellen Moore, but he ain't dealt with Mike McCarthy. So you want to have that camaraderie already. You want to have that building together already. So why would you sit there and wait on a deal? Okay? Get it done. Pay this man. I said either pay this man or move on because y'all know in y'all hearts what y'all going to do. Okay? And what has Dak done to make you feel like, oh, he's just straight trash? Okay? I got a lot of people that just be hating on him. I get it with the inconsistency at times. I get it. It frustrates me too at times. But for me to look at what these other guys are making, and if you sign him to a big deal, within a few years, that deal's going to drop. It is. It is. I mean, look. I'm going to pull up some of these other guys right quick, man. I'm going to come off of here right quick. I'm going to pull it up. Yes, Gambino. Keep on telling them. What's up, Robbie Radford? Stephen Arthur, what's up with your big dog? Mike is it Lasofa? What's up with your big dog? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Sell that boat. You ain't damn lying. I'm just pulling these other guys up. Just be patient with me. But, hey, while I'm pulling this up, let me tell you what happened to me today. While I'm pulling this up, let me tell you what happened to me today. So I need to go get a little side job. This is just a little sidebar while I'm pulling this other information up. I went to go get a little side job, boo thing, like, hey, baby, you need to just get a little side job. We're doing okay, but just get a little side job, keep the money flowing. I said, okay. So I went out there, looking for a little side, little gig, get some little side money, continue to help with the house, whatever. So I go to this job. And I'm going to tell you right now, any job I've ever went to, you might deny me if I just turn in my resume to you and you don't see me. But once you bring me in your office and have me on a one-on-one interview, you're going to hire me. I ain't had nobody ever tell me no when I have a one-on-one interview. That's the fact. They don't tell me no. That's just the truth. And I ain't bragging. But once you interview me, dog, you ain't going to say no to me. And this is what happened today. I was in there literally 5 minutes after I talked to them. They're like, we want you on. Now, the funny thing about this is, the hiring person came at me and was like, Hey, I'm gonna just keep it real. When you turn in your resume, the one of the main reasons why I brought you in wasn't really all the experience or anything like that. It was because you had Big Game James on your resume. And I say anybody who's bold enough to put Big Game James on their resume, I need to talk to him. Y'all feel me? Y'all feel me? Y'all feel me? It's Big Game James, baby. I don't give a hell if it's on a resume or not. It's Big Game James. He said, just because you put that, I want to interview. And guess what? Bam, bam, job, thank you. You know how it is. And you know Boothang was happy. Oh, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. Now you can get off my back. Thank you. Hercules. Let me see these daggone quarterbacks because I got positions. See these daggone quarterbacks. Thank you very much, Stephen Arthur. Appreciate you. All righty. Let's see here. All righty. Let's see here. Are y'all still with me? Are y'all still with me? Are y'all still with me? Look at these quarterback 2020 QB average rankings. This is the money. Russell Wilson, 35 mil. Ben Roethlisberger, 34. Jared Goff. Okay, so right there. Let's see. I named Russell Wilson, Ben Roethlisberger, and then Jared Goff is third. Aaron Rodgers, 33.5. Carson Wentz, 32. Matt Ryan, 30. Kirk Cousins, 28. Jimmy Garoppolo, 27. Matthew Stafford, 27. I mean, and you go down here, Drew Brees, he's going to get paid. But, I mean, these dudes are like 40-something years old, him and Tom Brady. Yeah, they're discounts, and they probably ain't going to take no discounts. They're probably only going to be 2 years. But them dudes is in their 40s, man. You get what I'm saying? Look at these top guys, okay? Russell Wilson been to 2 Super Bowls, been a winner, got 1 Super Bowl victory. Ben Roethlisberger, been to Super Bowls, got some Super Bowl victories. Jared Goff, been to a Super Bowl, can't hate, no Super Bowl victory. Aaron Rodgers, been to a Super Bowl and won. Only one, though. Only one. Carson Wentz, didn't take his team to Super Bowl, hurt every damn year. And let's go and look at the numbers. They match up with Dak Prescott. Matt Ryan, been to a Super Bowl, epic choke. What has he done? I mean, look how long Matt Ryan been in the league. And, yeah, he been having crazy passing numbers, but that ain't got to playoff wins. They just had got to the Super Bowl after how long? Because guess what? They were saying about Matt Ryan. He was a Matty choker. Remember how Matt Ryan and the Falcons used to choke in the playoffs all the time? You get what I'm saying? Where's Matthew Stafford? What's he done in the playoffs? What Kirk Cousins done in the playoffs? Okay? All these Alex Smith is at 23.5. Come on, dog. You get what I'm saying? So when we look at these numbers, there ain't no daggone reason why Dak Prescott shouldn't get his money based on numbers. Based on numbers. You should be able to get your money. He's done everything you wanted to. So I don't want to hear the excuse of that you cannot pay a Dak Prescott no money, and I don't want to hear no team-friendly deals for Dak Prescott. You didn't give a team-friendly deal to no Ezekiel Elliott. You didn't give a team-friendly deal really to no DeMarcus Lawrence. You gave them their money, and DeMarcus Lawrence only really had 2 really top years. He had an 8-sack season his second year, but that was in the second half of the season. Beyond that, before he got his 14.5 sacks, he had a total of 9 sacks in 3 years. DeMarcus Lawrence did. So obviously, yeah, the Cowboys are like, you know what? You got to prove it to us. You got to prove it. And what did he do? He went out 2 years, proved it, got paid. Okay? What has Dak Prescott done in his 4 years? He hasn't proved it. He hasn't proved worthy, especially when he said, you know what? I don't like what y'all throwing at me right now. I'm going to bet on myself. And what did he do? He bet on himself, and what did he do? I can understand if he bet on himself and played like hot waste trash garbage, but he didn't. And we can't sit there and say, oh, it was all Dak's fault. That's why we were 8-8 this year. Are we really going to say that? We're really not going to say it was the whole team as a whole and the coach who's not there anymore. We're not going to say it's all of those guys. And he still had a career year. Okay? He didn't play bummy against these other good teams. Go check the stats. He did not play bummy. He had a few uneven games. I heard some people mention the New Orleans game. Oh, he lost to a backup Bridgewater. No, he didn't lose to him. The whole team lost. The whole team didn't play great. You get what I'm saying? And when they talked about, when he had the one-on-one battle at the end of the year with Carson Wentz, he choked it. No, he didn't. He had a messed up shoulder. Did he miss some passes? Yes, he did. Did he miss probably a game-winning touchdown to Tavon Austin? Yes, he did. Did he play uneven? Yes, he did. But he had that shoulder injury. But did he blame any of that on it? Did he? No, he didn't. He didn't blame. He's always been a stand-up guy. He's always been a stand-up guy, and he's always done the right thing. So because of that and his play, and let's not forget, we had a 4-game winning streak on the Philadelphia Eagles. He was kicking Carson Wentz's ass. Now all of a sudden Carson Wentz is going to get juju props because he won a game at the end of the year. Now all of a sudden he's a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. Now all of a sudden we're going to hear people saying, oh, Dan Orlovsky, I told you about Carson Wentz. I told you. You ain't tell nobody crap about no Carson Wentz. So what, the defense? Y'all saw the game. Y'all saw the first part of the game. We looked like trash on the defense. You had these practice squad players, backup players killing our defense. That's Dak Prescott's fault? No. So I don't want to hear about, Carson Wentz showed it when it mattered the most. No, he didn't. Our team didn't play good. I don't want to hear that crap about Carson Wentz. And he got hurt again. Please. I don't want to hear it. I know, too, Robinson, they offered him money, but you don't know they offered him money, but I'm hearing years. How do we need to know what the guarantees were? See, everybody hears in the media about, they offered him a top contract. Yeah, that's what the media's saying. You don't know. You don't know what they offered him, okay? And I heard, this ain't factual, just what I read, what I follow on my Twitter, people I talk to, Patrick Walker, Bobby Belt, these guys that are closer to the Cowboys' ear than me. What I hear is, guess what? He was liking the money that they were offering, $33 million around there, but the years. You got these other guys, Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers. Those guys are all in 4-year deals. Now, if they're doing that, don't ask Dak to take a 5 or 6 year deal. If you got these other guys that just got signed for 4, you got that CBA. It's going to be coming up again, and those guys want to get paid just like anybody else. It's how these guys want to get paid like anybody else. You get what I'm saying? So why does Dak Prescott have to sign a longer deal when you got these other guys that are not? You going to force Dak to do it? No. So I was hearing that could have been one of the reasons why he didn't sign it, because he doesn't want long years. He wants around a 4-year deal. What's wrong with that? Okay? And if you can make it happen, Cowboys, the funny point about this is, and the whole point is, the Cowboys can get this done right now. They really can. And to me, they slow-footing because you got 28 other free agents and other guys that you need to look at. Robert Quinn, possibly Byron Jones, Amari Cooper. You have other guys that you're looking at that you need to possibly sign. So why slow foot this right here? Why let this be a distraction? Why not get this done? Get your quarterback happy. Get him in camp. Get him in OTAs. Get him with Mike McCarthy. Get this thing rolling so we can go try to get this 6. Or you want to sit there and say, I heard people saying, we'll just go out there and draft a quarterback and this and that. I mean, really? We really want to start over? You really want to trust that? Because that's an unknown. You want to go in the draft with an unknown? I mean, me and Law talked about Justin Herbert being out there. It sounds tantalizing, but that's an unknown. You have a known, and it's not like Dak has played like trash garbage with the team in them 4 years. He's been in the playoffs. 2016, playoffs. Didn't go 2017, but we understand why a lot of that happened. But he still was 9-7. Next year goes to the playoffs, wins the East, won the East twice. And we can't say that Dak Prescott wasn't one of those main cogs in getting the Cowboys to the playoffs. We cannot say that. We saw how much better people were saying he couldn't throw the damn ball, he couldn't do this, he couldn't do that. We had garbage receivers. Okay, we had lacking receivers. And when you look at these other guys, Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Kelsey, Sammy Watkins, McCole Hardman, these guys have weapons. Okay, and I'm not comparing no Patrick Mahomes, so please don't put that in my mouth. But I'm saying they have weapons. When Dallas was doing that, he didn't have no weapons. You got Amari Cooper, it helped everybody else out. And what did Dak numbers do? They went from here to here when he got some playmakers. He had playmakers last year, and what did he do? Had a career year, almost threw for 5,000 yards. What more does this man have to prove, man? What more does this man have to prove? So please, Cowboys, get this done. Stop playing around. Figure this out because you can. Don't let this go down to March 10th without a deal, and then you want to franchise him so you get more time for what? What more time do you need? Huh? Either he's your guy or he's not. Figure it out and make it happen, Cowboys, because we're all tired of talking about it. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's tired of talking about it. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired. I know y'all are tired of talking. We all tired of talking about it. You know how you can stop talking about it? Sign him. Okay, and then guess what? When you sign into that deal within 2 years, them numbers is going to drop, and it's probably going to look like a bargain. So everybody quit crying that the Cowboys ain't got no damn money, and they can't sign nobody else if they sign Dak Prescott. And also stop talking about him wanting $40 million. He ain't getting $40 million, and I doubt it. He probably – and what agent is not going to go high? That's what agents are supposed to do. Agents, DeMarcus Lawrence agent, anybody's agent is there to get top dollar. That's why you hire them, to get the most money you can, because this is the NFL, meaning not for long. You're one injury away from never playing again in the NFL. This ain't like baseball. This ain't like basketball. This ain't like some non-physical sports as like it is in football. You have to get your money while you can. And this is no different from Dak Prescott wanting to get paid, especially when he's done everything the right way. And we fault him for that. People still hate on him. He's done everything the right way, man. He deserves it. That's just my opinion on it. He deserves it. What's up, boo thing? So, in that, I will just say that right there. Dak needs to get his money. Cowboys, don't wait till no damn March 10th and then tag him. It just doesn't make sense to me when you know y'all can get this deal done now. Y'all can get this done. Y'all can stop the chatter. You can stop the talk, because once it gets paid, people will run their mouths. But guess what? There ain't nothing you can say he's getting his money. And even when I was looking at Jimmy Garoppolo's contract, he had an out before 2020. He had an out. And you don't think the Cowboys might try to put some language in there for the out if things don't go right? I know when we look at DeMarcus Lawrence deal, you saw how long it was, but really it's 4 years. Really it's 4 years. When he turns about 30, then they could probably cut him and it won't be no big cap hit. So how are you hurting everybody? How are you hurting people? Stephen Jones, you said it's your number one priority. Sign Dak Prescott. Sign this man. He's done everything the right way. He's earned his money. Sign him. You have enough money to sign other people. You're not going to be killed. They're top 5 in the cap. They are top 5 in the cap. They are 5th, as a matter of fact, as far as in the cap. So there's no excuse of why they can't sign Dak Prescott to a deal and sign other people as well. You have options that you can cut and get money back. If you don't want to keep a Kyron Crawford, you can cut him before June 1st and save $8 million. You can cut, I believe, a Chris Jones and save like $1 million. There's other people that you can get rid of and still replace to take care of other people, okay? And it won't put you in no cap hell. Stephen Jones and them probably ain't going back to that. So I don't think just because you signed Dak to a $33 or something $1 million deal, it's going to cripple everything and now you can't go out and get nobody. When you franchise them and you want to franchise them the whole daggone year, yeah, that kills your cap, because that's the money on there for a whole year. You sign them to a long-term deal, it spreads the money out, then you can go attack other people as far as getting money. It's real easy. Cowboys are making this complicated, in my opinion, and just make it happen. Okay, and I hear, oh, well, you can sign them on the tag, and then that just gives you more time, yeah, to eventually get it done. But why are we going to eventually wait and drag it out even more? It's already been dragged out. Dak already said, I ain't touching that franchise tag, and nor should he. And I'm probably going to stay away. I'm not going to be in Dallas all like that, as he should. Zeke and them did it, so why shouldn't Dak? Pay this man his money. He's earned it, and let's move on and try to get a 6. That's real easy. Maybe so, John. You know how Steven and Jerry love the media. They love keeping the Cowboys in the media. We know they're the media. We got to understand. Just like when I had Quincy Carter on the show, I had Anthony Wright, Greg Ellis. All of them guys said Jerry's a great businessman. That's why the Cowboys are the richest out here in the world, because he's a great businessman. And he's always going to keep the Cowboys in the limelight or in the fold. You feel what I'm saying? He always is. So it could be. Jerry loves the Cowboys staying in the media, because as long as they're in the media and things like that, that's more dollars to be adding to the Cowboys. So it could be that. It's a high possibility it could be, but it shouldn't be in this aspect, because y'all had the opportunity to get him done a few years ago when it could have been $20 million or $22 million. You get what I'm saying? But you're slow-footed. You wait, and you said, you know what? Y'all always about these prove-it deals. Oh, you did good right here, but prove it just one more time. Well, he's done proved it, and he don't need to prove it no more. So pay Dak his money, and I'm going to leave it at that. I would too, Derek Clay, and he is going to sit. I don't think he is going to participate in anything, as he should. He's not in contract, so you shouldn't do that. You don't want to go to OTAs or anything and risk yourself getting injured or hurt, so it can hurt your value across the board, possibly with any other teams. You can't do that. It doesn't make sense. So I definitely don't see Dak signing that tag, and I definitely don't see Dak being nowhere near the facilities, no nothing. And you really want that happening when you're having a new coach, a whole new staff, whole new offense you're going to implement, and you don't have your top quarterback in there? Is that what the Cowboys really want to do? Is that what they really want to do? I don't know. Get this man done and get this contract. And I think somebody said, who was it? Tyrone Church. What's up, Tyrone? Dak wants Cobb back. Now, I said yesterday about the Cobb thing. I'm sure he does, because Cobb had 55 catches. He got his money on the side, but I'll be honest with you, I was on that Cobb train. I liked that how he was the third receiver. But you know what? It's a lot of young rookies a lot of good receivers in this draft, and I said it yesterday. And if you're talking about paying Cobb $7 to $8 million, I'm cool on that. You can get one of these young guys in this draft, and receivers I believe are easier to transition a little bit easier in the NFL than other positions. And there's a plethora. You like that word? Plethora of receivers in this draft. Good ones, big ones, short ones, medium ones, fast ones, all that good stuff. And they still have guys in the fold. You still have Cedric Wilson. I know he got injured, and I mentioned him yesterday. I know he has some injury problems, but man, he didn't do bad in his time. Cedric Wilson didn't do it bad in his time. You still got the young guy, John V. Johnson. I know he had the dropsies. I know he dropped everything, but maybe a year on that practice squad got his confidence back. You can bring him back in, see how he works, and then you got a speedster right there, right? And then you still got Devin Smith on the roster, and we seen what he did in a limited time of duty. So you have some guys, and you can draft a receiver probably late, a fourth or fifth rounder. You can get a good, solid another receiver in the draft. So to me, there ain't no excuses for this. There ain't no excuses for the waiting. No excuses for anything. Get this done, Dallas Cowboys, please. And one other thing I'm gonna tell you before I get off here, I ain't in love with no players. Okay, Now, I'm going to tell you I love him, but I don't love him. And I'll tell you what I mean. Like, I love Ezekiel Elliott. I love DeMarcus Lawrence. I love a lot of the Cowboys players. I love Jason Witten. People think I hate him. I don't hate these guys. I don't. But when I say I don't love them, meaning that let's say they were to move on from Dak Prescott. Let's say they were to draft a quarterback. And let's say they were to do something wild or crazy and draft a quarterback in the 17th pick. With, let's say, Herbert dropped and they drafted him. I wouldn't sit there and be crying if they were to go that route, because at the end of the day, I'm all Cowboys. I'm not all players. I'm all Cowboys. And I remember Jerry Jones telling T.O. when he sat down with him before he cut him, he said, here's you and here's the Cowboys. This is bigger than you, so we're going to have to move on. You understand? The Cowboys are bigger than everything else. So if they weren't to get a Dak Prescott back, would I be disappointed? Yeah, I would. I'd be disappointed because I feel like, man, we got to start over and unknown. But at the end of the day, I'm always rocking with them Cowboys. So whether they bring them back or not, I'm still rocking with them Cowboys, no matter what. If Ezekiel Elliott didn't come back, I'm still rocking Cowboys. If Dak Prescott don't come back, I'm still rocking Cowboys. So I ain't falling in love with no players, okay? It's a business. And it's a business just like we do when we work. It's a business. And if it don't make dollars and cents, it don't make dollars and cents. But they ain't gonna take me from loving my boys. You get what I'm saying? So I feel you should sign Dak. But if you don't, it is what it is. We move on. Plain and simple. Yeah. Hey, did y'all see that yacht? And let me tell you something. Let me say, okay. John Nago, does Cooper deserve his money? Are you fine with him getting tagged? Yes, I think Cooper deserves his money. Now, I feel like his value dropped a little bit because of the uneven play ad and the injuries. But, yeah, and I definitely feel like you should sign Dak. When I brought Patrick Walker on my show, he had the 6-step plan. It was a great plan, and I kind of piggybacked off of it, so let me not call it my own. But I was believing a lot of stuff he said. Get Dak out the way. You don't need to franchise him. Get him out the way. You got the 2 tags. You can use the one franchise for a Cooper and the other transition for Byron Jones possibly, because I feel like that might be the pecking order. Although I love to have Robert Quinn. I think a great defensive end is better than a great cornerback, just in my opinion, because you can have trash defensive ends and great cornerbacks, but if you ain't putting pressure on that quarterback, I don't care how good they can guard. They're eventually going to give up passes because you can't hold them guys all day. But if you got a beastie defensive ends coming at you, then it negates to me how great cornerbacks you have to have. That's just my opinion. So I really want them to bring Quinn back. But I'm definitely down because I want Amari Cooper back. Now, there's some banging receivers in this draft, and you could go that route, elevate Michael Gallup to the number 1, maybe possibly re-sign Cobb, and then get a receiver. You could do that too. I wouldn't cry about it, but I wouldn't like it because I really like Cooper. I like how him and Dak got that great chemistry. And if we're talking about that trifecta between Cooper, Zeke, and Dak, that's a great starting point. And I don't see why you would want to lose that, especially when you have the money to pay everybody. You have the money. It'd be different if they were cap strapped, but if you're a top 5 in the cap, you can make this happen. So, yes, I definitely feel like Amari's going to get tagged, and I definitely feel like he deserves his money, though. Would you ask me, Slim Cuddy? Would you see? If Dak goes to a team like the Raiders, Cleveland, Tampa, he instantly makes them better. I think he could definitely make I definitely feel like he can make them Raiders better. Tampa, I don't feel like Dak doesn't bring your team down. I don't feel like he's going to Cleveland because I feel like they kind of all in on Baker. But, yeah, and let me tell you something. If Dak ever left the Cowboys and came back to play them, oh, boy, I bet you he'd try to go off on them Cowboys and try to kill us because I think he would definitely take that personal. I definitely feel like he would take that personal because he said when he was young, my dream when I was young was to be a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. He is living out his dream, and he's balling with it. So you don't think he's not going to feel some kind of way if he don't be with the Cowboys and they played him? Oh, yeah, he'd definitely come at him. What's up, Cajun Cowboy? New Orleans repping my channel? Oh, my God. Woo, woo. I appreciate you. And you know how them New Orleans people, they be hating them Cowboys. But I appreciate you for doing your thing. Appreciate you, big dog. Oh, yes, North Carolina, North Kakalaki, Marvin R. Grove, you always repping, so I'm going to always love how you do it. You feel me? Muggs Maxwell, would you ask me, would you like to see Byron Jones on the new scheme? Yes, because here's my thing with that. I don't want to lose a Byron Jones. I understand about the money. I get it, so I'm kind of torn. I don't want to lose him because of the simple fact that I don't think this is a great cornerback draft. I think it's an okay cornerback draft. I don't think it's a great cornerback draft. And to me, getting new cornerbacks is shaky. Now, if you lose a Byron Jones, instantly you probably have Cheeto and probably Jordan Lewis starting. And not bad, but maybe the new staff can bring something out of Cheeto. We know what Jordan Lewis can do. Okay, I definitely believe he's a starting cornerback in this league. But then you got Alumba, Westry, you got unproven guys, Goodwin. You got guys that are unproven. Do we really want to go through that? Do you want to go through that? Do you want to trust that? I don't know. I don't really trust that. So I really feel like if you can make something happen with getting Byron Jones back, please bring that man back because he's a good player. I know I know about the interceptions, but come on, man. You can't tell me when everybody wanted him to move from safety to corner, and he did what everybody wanted him to do. And with this new scheme, How do we know he can't get interceptions? I didn't think he was a high INT guy, but he did pull about 8 interceptions at his time at UConn. So he did get some kind of interceptions. Maybe the scheme will help because he's going to have a lot of other different guys that are in the fold. You got Lindquist, you got Al Harris, who is a in-your-face type guy. So maybe that could change. Why not see if it could? So, and if you put that tag on him, and somebody reaches out and says, let's go after him, you don't have to match. You can get picks for it. So if you did lose him, you at least got something to recoup back. And that's why I feel like you should hit a tag on Byron, because you want to at least try to get something back from him if you do lose him. I hate to just lose him for nothing. Oh, appreciate you. Found me through Law Nation. Thank you very much, man. Law Nation is my dog. I love Law Nation. He gets go. Make sure you always go support him. I love Law Nation. That is my, like he says, my brother from another. He is my homie for life. Also, while I'm on here, make sure you check out Skywalker Still. That's my other young dog. He's an animal on the ones and twos. He's gonna be producing my shows when we jump into DC4 because I'm about to end this here in a second. But don't drop off. Listen to what I got to say before you leave, because you always want to leave as soon as I say I'm about to get off here. Then I see like 20 people drop. Don't do that. Wait till I got to finish what I got to say, then leave. Okay. Yes, just like I said. So we got coming up. Make sure you tune in. I believe it's going to be tomorrow. Brandon Tucker, trainer for Trench Warfare. I believe he told me he's going to Vegas this weekend. I think he left today or last night, so he should be there today. He said he was going to give me some good 30 to 45 minutes of time. Good 30, Lord have mercy, 30 to 45 minutes of time up in Vegas. Great trainer. He trained Taco, Malik Collins. He got DeMarcus Lawrence all the way right. I'm not saying DeMarcus Lawrence wasn't a beast already, but I'm just saying. Great trainer. Really had career years after he trained them. And then he had a couple first-rounders last year. Montez Sweat was one of them. And now he has 12 guys he's training right now. One of the big notable names is Strobridge from UNC. He just played in the Senior Bowl, and he's gaining steam. It could be a possible first rounder. He's on the Cowboys, possibly be on the Cowboys' radar as well. So, and he's training him. So, number one, we're gonna have him in on tomorrow, like around 8 or 9ish, and we're gonna just talk about the draft process, the training process, what those players go through, and then we're gonna try to get that interview with Strobridge since you already know him. Might as well just bring him on Big Game James Show and let's see. Hey, well, let's talk about your training. So definitely going to try to get that interview with Strobridge or any other of the players. If he can make that happen for me, we're going to try to do that. So make sure you tune in for that interview tentatively tomorrow around 8 p.m. I think you're definitely going to like it. I already had him on the show before, and it was a great show. Also, Chris Covington, he's making $1 million. If you sign him for cheap, I'm cool. But if you say, we ain't re-signing you, I ain't tripping on no Covington. How about Wilson? You think he gets a shot, especially since his college coach is with him now? Yes. I definitely think Donovan Wilson. He should. The other staff didn't give him a chance. You have to see what he can bring to the table, right? You have to see what he does because the other staff didn't allow you to get to see. We saw it in the preseason, 3 INTs. So obviously he has some playmaking skills, and that was in the NFL, not in the college. And even when he was at Texas A&M, I believe he had 1 year. We had 5 interceptions 1 year, so he does have playmaking skills. He just had a little bit of an injury bug toward the end, but yeah, definitely Donovan Wilson's definitely going to get a shot and look at the safety position, but that still shouldn't deter you from drafting another one in the draft, high or not. Sean Lee, I'm cool on Sean Lee. Go coach. I want to see Luke Gifford. I want to see Jalen Smith. I want to see you get Malcolm Smith is cool. I'm scared about LVE in that neck. They say everything is good. I talked to some good insiders, and they say it's going to be a full recovery. I'm still scared about that neck, but, you bring Sean Lee back, you got to pay him money. You ain't going to give him no veteran minimum. You still got to pay him some money. Just like with Jason Wynn, you still got to pay this man some money. And Sean Lee is not the Sean Lee that he used to be. You get what I'm saying? And you still got like I said, you got Malcolm Smith, you still got your boy, oh my gosh, he's slipping my name. What's the Joe Thomas? You can sign him. He didn't cost a lot of money. So you got guys you can bring back and you can draft somebody. So at the end of the day, I'm cool on Sean Lee, y'all. He always getting hurt and he just not the player. Now if he wanted to be a coach, let him go somewhere for maybe a year or something. I'm cool with Sean Lee being on that staff, but I'm just kind of moved on because I just don't want to deal with his injuries or just want to hear he's hurt again or hamstring, and I just don't want to deal with that anymore. So I'm cool on the Sean Lee thing. Randy Gregory chilling. My thing about Randy Gregory, I'm not gonna talk about no Randy Gregory until he is on that field, man. He's been there since 2015, y'all, and he's played like a year and a half. I'm sorry, I don't want to talk about Randy Gregory, and I love the talent, but I know he has a serious disorder, mental, depression. Go listen to my interview with Patrick Walker. He has some really good insight on Randy Gregory toward the end of the interview. Check it out. He'll tell you everything you want to know about the Randy Gregory situation. But I'm not talking about Randy Gregory until I see him again, man. It's been too long, man. I can't get hyped over Randy Gregory no more. I was hyped a year ago. I was hyped, but I just can't get hyped over Randy Gregory no longer. I'm done. Yes, Marvin Hargrove, I definitely am bringing Joe Thomas back. KG, what's up with you, dog? I mean, like I said, I my opinion, I'm thinking around if you're looking at with Carson Wentz and Jared Goff signed, it should be for around that or maybe like a little bit more. I mean, it should be I think around no more than the 35, 34.5, 34.8, 34.7, something like that. But it should definitely be around what Jared Goff and Carson Wentz is getting because he was in the same draft as his peers. They're getting that money because they were high top 5 picks as far as quarterbacks, and Dak Prescott was a 4th rounder. But if you look at the numbers across the board, and you all seen him, his numbers match up with them. So there's no damn reason why Dak can't get that money too. Period. So, as I said before, check out my interview with my guy Brandon Tucker. It's going to be some fire. And then we got this round table that we got popping. It's going to be me, Law Nation, Jeff Kavanaugh, and Bobby Belt. Now, I know a lot of y'all probably know about Jeff Kavanaugh, 105.1 The Fan, and he's kicking ass over on that YouTube doing his thing. I love talking to Jeff. The one time we talked back and forth on Twitter, but the one time we just had the show, had a great show with him. I ain't gonna lie, I love Jeff Kavanaugh. He's super cool. Brings a fire. Has that infinite knowledge as far as that draft. So I think that's going to definitely be popping. If y'all don't know about Bobby Belt, you should follow him on Twitter. Go check him out. He has the Boys and Girls podcast with Jane Slater. I'm telling you, I just posted something with Bobby. The closer it gets to the draft, I'm telling you, Bobby be having all that inside intel about draft, who the Cowboys are looking at, their pre-draft visits. He gives you the heads up. So when you're talking about who the Cowboys drafting, you really should be listening to him. Go follow him on Twitter. I'm telling you, especially when it's draft time, he be damn near spot on them players that are coming in or who the Cowboys are looking at. So that's why it's going to be a fire-ass draft table with all 4 of us. We're getting that in the works. I just got to get everybody's schedules coordinated. My guy Skywalker Steele is going to be on the 1s and 2s because he's a beast. He's that young monster. Check him out and go subscribe to him. Skywalker is a beast. I love him. He's like my baby brother. He's like my baby bro. I love some Skywalker. So he's gonna be on the 1s and 2s and make it fire. So that's just gonna be a fire roundtable. So y'all need to get on that. I'll post it and let y'all know ahead of time when it's going down. But like I said, I just gotta get everybody's schedules coordinated. So that being said, appreciate everybody's time. Appreciate everybody jumping in. Appreciate everybody that supports and loves Silver Blue Nation, Big Game James. I love, everything. What y'all do, all the support, continue just to go hard, donate, be a Patreon. I keep on telling y'all, hey, there's a lot of things y'all support out there, okay? And I get it, okay? I get it. But at the end of the day, I'll tell you once again, I want to make this thing great, and I can't make it great without you guys. Appreciate Muggs Maxwell, Marvin Hargrove for the great donations. And I'm telling you, it goes to a good cause. It goes to getting better equipment. It goes to me getting to these camps because the last few years, I paid this all on my own, y'all. I've been out there doing it, and I haven't been doing it just to go out there and kick and have a good time and I want to have fun and do it. No, I go there on business. Of course, when I go there, yes, you want to have fun, but I go on there on business. I go there thinking my mindset is, what are these guys going to want to see? Who are these guys going to want to hear? Who are these guys going to want to talk to? You know what I'm saying? What are they going to want to really jump at? So I'm in the lab in my brain. Like when I go out, if I go to a Cowboys game, I go to training camp, I go to a draft this year, the draft this year. When I look at all those those variables, I'm trying to think, what can I get the people the best of? What coverage can I give them? What can I do better? What can I make this hot that they just going to want to be tuned in? So I'm all the time thinking of how much better I can make this great. And your contributions goes to that. Okay? It goes to helping this thing make great. This ain't, oh, y'all support and I'm just drinking 40 ounces and smoking blunts. You feel me? It ain't like that. This is going to equipment, make things better, things that I can expand, things I can do to make this better, to bring better shows, better production, better things for you guys. So it goes right back into making it great. It doesn't go to somewhere where it's just chilling and we just kicking it and having a good time. No, this goes to things to make this great. And when I tell you this ain't no damn lie, because I'm very passionate about this. And when I tell you I got a pure heart with this, I'm damn near telling you the truth when I say it. And when Boothang will tell you, when we come out of pocket, we done spent a lot of bread these past 2 years trying to make this thing happen, to make this thing great. So I just would like for everybody else to step up with me so we can make this thing great. Become a Patreon. Patreon, Patreon.silverandbluenation. It'll come right up. Start as low as $1. Like I said, I've been telling you I have to reorganize some things because it's kind of basic. So I do have to set up some new tiers and things of that nature. But you can start as low as $1. I ain't trying to smash you, but $1 from a lot of people adds up. And $1 a month, $2 a month, 3, 4, 5, that ain't gonna kill you. And if you really believe in what I'm trying to do over here at Silver and Blue Nation, Big Game James, support. Love the donations as far as the super chats, but what makes it even better is when you're a monthly subscriber. That's telling me I really mess with Big Game James. I really believe in him. I really believe my money is going to work for something great. My money is just not going something in the air for something goofy and dumb and stupid. My money is going to something that I want to see be great. And the more you contribute, the more I'm going to make this great. And that is a damn promise from me. Well, Boothang said, she just sent me, oh my God, you said drinking 40s and smoking blunts. No, I'm just keeping it real. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm just going to keep it real. So sorry, Boothang, if you think I said something crazy, but I'm not going to lie to y'all. Ain't nobody's out there trying to do that. I want to tell y'all the truth. Your money's not going to be wasted, and it's not going to be going to anything stupid. It's going to go to things great and making this show even better and great. And that's what my goal and accomplishes. When I went to media school, when I did my scouting and recruiting classes, when I had my vision about 5 years ago that I want to get into the media game, and once I got into the media game, I was going to crush it. That's what I felt in my heart, and that's what my aim and goal is to do. I'm not trying to be the most popular dude out there. I'm not trying to be the richest dude out there, but what I am trying to do is bring y'all great coverage. Jump in there for DC4L. That starts next month, which will tomorrow will be February. Mid-month, DC4L, that's over 138,000 subscribers in there, and we're going to have that show popping. Me and Skywalker Still is going to be on my ones and twos. We're going to have that popping. Prizes, games, trips, all that, man. So y'all need to get in there so y'all can see that too. We're going to have this at Silver and Blue Nation. DC4L, it's going to be DC. I love y'all. Had to look at something. And I'm out. I'll talk to y'all soon. Big Game James, Silver and Blue Nation. Peace. I love y'all. I'm out. Deuces.